This conference will now be recorded.
So now I wanted to apply with subtraction using the apps. So I'll just put in equals 10 minus 8. So when I do the fill series, you can see there are other values where I'm getting the negative sign, like 6 minus 8. If I do minus 2, I'm getting 7 minus 9. If I do, I'm getting minus 2. Now using the abs function, I'll be applying the subtraction where automatically it is going to change this negative value to positive value. Equals abs, open the parenthesis, like how I did for the normal subtraction, the same way I'm going to choose 10 minus 8. I'm selecting the cell address, enter. So now I'm getting it. Now I'll do the fill series. Now you can see when I use the abs function, so automatically it took the value, and when I was getting the minus sign, it changed it to positive. Here you can see the function converts negative numbers to positive numbers while positive numbers remain unaffected. Got it, ma?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. So what about others? Any doubts till whatever we have done? Okay, I think we had finished till rand between Roman numbers we have done. So we have to start from powers. So power function means the power function returns the result of specified number raised to the given power. So if I tell 5 to the power of 3 means 5 into 5 into 5. So if I tell equals power, open the bracket. So I can give the number directly also, like I'll give 8 to the power of 5. Is telling 32768. Let's see. So 8 into 8 into 8 into 8 into 8. Okay. So this is power function. So if I am having a value and I wanted to check, so if the values are given here, I'll use is equal to power, open the parenthesis, select the cell. So number, comma, this is my power, 5 to the power of 3. So when I come here and double click, so 5.5 to the power of 3, 6 to the power of 2, 3 to the power of 5, 9 to the power of 5. So I'm going to get these values. Done. So I'll do a couple of functions, then you can try. Okay. So next, square root. If I randomly give some number, like if I tell a simple one, 81 I'll give. So is equal to SQRT for square root. So what is the square root of 81? 9. So if I am telling is equal to SQRT, I am giving the number directly. So I wanted to find the square root of 150. What is the square root of 150? So the square root is 12.247. So like this, I am going to use the square root function. So you can try with this too. We will start with if condition after it. So power and square root. So here in square root, I'm going to give the numbers directly so that I'll get the output. What is the square root of 15625? A square root of 81, square root of 100. Like this I can give, and I can check the square root of that particular number. Done,
Done,
guys?
ma'am.
So now let's go for if condition. So what is this if condition means? The if function checks whether a condition or a set of condition when nested is met and returns one value if the condition is true and the other value if the condition is false. So here if condition means based on certain conditions I wanted to get the output. If the conditions are matching, I'm going to get the output as true. If the conditions are not matching, I'm going to get the output as false. Okay, so here I have given a set of people, so the age, and here my condition is in this people whoever is older than 18 I wanted to check. Okay, so for that I'll write the function is equal to if, open the parenthesis. So you can look at the argument. So if condition is asking what is the logical test, so my logical test is on age. Okay, so I'll select the age, and here now I have to tell my condition. So older than 18, greater than 18. If the value here in B121 is greater than 18, then it should be true if it is matching. If it is not matching, I should get the output as false. So this is a normal condition. Okay, so whenever I am writing a condition, it will be displaying, Excel will be displaying the condition whether it is met or it is not met. If the condition is met, it is going to show as true. If the conditions are not met, it is going to show as false. So is this age 23 is greater than 18? So it is showing it as true. Now I'll come and double click. Now you can see the entire row, whatever the range is selected, it has been displayed. So here it is showing false. Why it is showing false? So my logical test is 15 and my condition is greater than 18. So this is not matching. So I am getting the output as false. Okay, understood? Guys, understood? You want me to explain it once again?
Yes, ma'am.
Is equal to if. So as I'm writing if, you can see here, check whether a condition is met and returns one value if true and another value if false. So the condition is met means it is going, Excel is going to display as true. If the condition is not met, Excel is going to display it as false. So here my condition here is the age. Okay, so here there are set of people and their age given. So now I wanted to check in this who and all are having the age older than 18. So my logical test is on age because here I am asking it for age only. My condition is on age. So I'm going to select this age. This becomes my logical test. Now what is the condition on this? It is greater than 18. So I wanted to check whether the value that is there in B121 is greater than 18. So if it is greater than 18, Excel is going to display it as true. So how it should mention? So value if true. I wanted it to in true. If value if false means if it is not met, display it in false. Enter. So here my condition is greater than 18. So the value that is there here is greater than 18. So Excel is telling true. So when I drag it down, so here it is telling false. Let's check. So the condition here in B122, the cell. So here it is 15 is great. Is it greater than 18? No, it is false. So Excel will display it as false. Now I don't want in true or false. Okay. So if the condition is matched, show it as older. If the condition is not matched, show it as younger. So I'll write is equal to if, open the parenthesis, my logical test is on this age and my condition is I'm checking for greater than 18. Now value if true. I don't want true or false. I can give it as matched or not matched. I'll close the double inverted, close the parenthesis, enter. See, instead of true, it is showing as matched. So if I tell, come to the next one, instead of false, it is showing as not matched. So the same way, if I wanted to get the output as older, younger, I can do it. So I'm going to write it as if, open the parenthesis, my logical test and my condition greater than 18. So I wanted the output. I don't want true or false. I don't want match or not match. I wanted older or younger. If the value is matched, show it as older. If the value is not matched, show it as younger. See, this is a basic one, okay, where I'm not giving the output like however I want. So it is a normal booleans I wanted, true or false. If my condition is matching, show it as true. If my conditions are not matching, then show it as false. So it has displayed. Now I don't want true or false. I wanted my output to be in matched or not matched. So when it was true, it was showing as matched. When it was false, it is showing as not matched. Now I don't want with matched and not matched also. I wanted the output to be older or younger. So the condition is matching, it will show as older. If the condition is not matching, as I have said, younger, it will display younger. Okay. So if you people have understood, please try. I'll remove this so that you will not get confused. So one way of true or false, the output if I wanted in the different way, and another one way. Understood? Any doubts? Guys, Excel is case sensitive, so be careful with the double inverted comma, space, closing the bracket, open the bracket. Hope you guys have understood. Let's go to the next sum. Sum if. So sum if means, so as we did for if condition. So if my condition is matching, I'm going to get the output as true. If my condition is not matching, I'm going to get the output as false. So now based on certain condition, I wanted to make the total. So this function will help us to create formulas to find out the sum of values meeting a condition. So I have set a condition. If my condition is matching, so it will search for that condition and it will make the sum. Okay. So here I have already solved few. I'll explain, then I will show you how to solve, write it. So first one is sum if. So sum if means only one condition I can write in this. Okay. So I'll write sum if, and here my range. So in the syntax you can see it is asking what is your range on which you wanted to apply the condition. So that is products. So I have product, team, sales and results I wanted. So in products we have some fruit items. In team we have north and south, and I have given the total sales of that. So now in this product I will select the range, that is from A136 to A147. A136 to 147 is my range. In this I wanted to pick out oranges. So I have orange 1, orange 2, orange 3. So there are 3 oranges, and now I wanted to see the sum range. Now I wanted to see the total sales. So wherever orange is there, Excel is going to pick that sales amount, make total and show how much of total sales has happened for oranges. So I'll write the function equals sum if, open the parenthesis, my range is this on the product, comma. Now what is the criteria? I wanted to check for orange, close the double inverted comma. Now my sum range, so I'll select sales, I'll close the bracket, enter. It is telling 1336. Let's check. So first orange it is 489, 489 plus. Second orange it is 489, 489 plus. Third orange sales is 358. Okay, this is the sales that has happened for individually oranges. So total it is 1336. So next one, now it is on team. So the same way I'm going to select the range. So here you can see the range is team. So I'll pick team, and in this I wanted to check out the total sales of north 1, north 1, north 1, north 1. So it will pick out north 1 and it will tell me total sales. So I'll write is equal to sum if, open the parenthesis, my range that is on team, comma. So criteria, what am I looking for? I am looking for north hyphen 1, close the double inverted comma. Now my sum range, that is my total sales I wanted to check, close the bracket, enter. So let's check it, is equal to, so north 1 292 plus north 1 154 plus north 1 222. So next we are going to use the wildcards. So wildcards means, wildcard we have star and question mark. Let's understand what is this wildcards are. Okay, so generally in computers when I have to search for any particular names or something, then I'll be using wildcards. First one is star, that is asterisk, and second one is question mark. So asterisk, what does it do means, asterisk it will replace any number of character, any number of character, and question mark it will replace one single character. For example, if I have a file name NICT dot txt, that is a text file, and I forgot the file name, when I have to search, so I'll give n star dot txt. So I know that my file starts with n, followed by it I don't know how many characters are there or what are the characters, I don't remember anything. I remember that my file name starts with n. then I will make a search like this, n star dot txt. So the computer in the file explorer, when I give this search, so it will computer is going to search for all the text related files which is starting with n followed by any number of characters. So the same way, if I have to use question mark, so I tell that I know the file begins with n and has 3 characters in it, but what are those characters I don't remember. So I'll give n question mark. So there are 3 more characters, 1, 2, 3. So one question mark for one single character dot txt. Then when I have to search a file like this, then computer is going to search all the text files which are starting with n and has 3 more characters in it. Okay, it will list out this type. So for example, I'll show you in the file explorer only. So in my D drive, under D, under that I have mcc file folder I have. Under that I have mcc excel file, or else we can tell it has solved. Okay, or ms excel, anything, any file name I can give. So let's check here in under unsolved. So I have tvm. So now I have to search for this file which is under D drive. Again coming to D folder, mcc folder, under unsolved I have this file. Okay, so now being in D drive, so starting from D drive, so here, so now my folder is under D drive, again under MCC, under again one more, this one is there. Under that I have TVM. So generally if I search for TVM file, TVM I'll give. So it is going to search and tell here is your file. Now if I come out and I tell that my file starts with T and I don't know how many number of characters are there, I'll just give star and click on search. So my computer is going to search all the file which are starting with T followed by any number of characters. See, along in the search there is TVM also. Now again I'll come back, I will use question mark. So T star, when I gave, it search for all the files which are having with starting with T. Now I'll tell there are 3 characters TVM. So I'll type in T and I'll give 2 question mark. That means my file starts with T and has 2 characters in it. Let's see whether it will display TVM. See, it has listed out. So like this, it is going to make a search. It is in generally when I'm using my file explorer or Windows Explorer. Now in using Excel also, I can use this wildcards. Okay. So now using this wildcards, I wanted to search for the values. I'll just paste it here. So now let's understand first how I have used this wildcard. So sum of the range, I am going to use it on north. Okay, so on the teams. So I'll select the team. In this, now you can see there is north 1, north 2, south 1, south 2 is there. So now in this, I wanted to search for south, irrespective of 1 or 2. Anything it can be. So star or asterisk, it resembles any number of characters, anything. Okay. So here I have shown irrespective of 1 or 2. So to show that I have used star. Either it is 1 or 2, anything. Pick out south and see the total sales of it. So I'll write the function equals sum if, open the parenthesis, my range, that is on team, comma. Now what am I looking for? South. and I give asterisk, that is star symbol. So I'll close the double inverted comma. Now I wanted to see the total sales of South. Either it is 1 or 2, anything. So 2876. So let's see whether it is displaying properly. So 489 plus 652 plus 489 plus 325 plus 358 plus 563. Got it? Now in the second one, I am going to use the question mark. Okay, and this is on product. So I have selected the range product, and here I wanted to check for the product which is having 9 characters in it, that is pineapple. So if you are giving apple mango, there are 5 characters, so it will be preferable you start with the alphabet like a star or a question mark you can use, because if I give 5 question mark means it will pick out apple mango, all those things it will pick it out. So that's why I have chosen pineapple, where it is having 9 characters. So each question mark resembles one single character. So 9 time I'll give question mark, and I wanted to check the total sales of it. So I'll come here, equals sum if, open the parenthesis, my range, that is on product, comma. Now I wanted to check for pineapple, but I'm not going to write the name. Instead of it, I'm going to use the wildcard pattern question mark. So pineapple has 9 characters in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Close the double inverted comma. Now check the total sales. Close the bracket, enter. Now let's see whether it has checked directly the pineapple only. 652 plus 325 plus 563. So there are 3 pineapples, 652, 325, 563. Now if I wanted to check with apple, is equal to sum if, open the parenthesis, select the range, comma, apple, a star. So a star I am giving. Why? Because apple and mango are having 5 characters in it. Close the double inverted, see the total sales. Close the bracket, enter. So let's check. 292 plus, okay, equals 292 plus, then 154 plus 222. Got it? So I want you people to try with this. Any doubts in this, guys? Are you able to follow it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you can try with this. Guys, able to do it? Guys, done? Guys, anywhere if you are stuck or you did not understand, please tell. I'll explain it once again.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. Now when there is multiple conditions, so some ifs means when there is multiple condition, this function will help us to create formula to find the sum of all values meeting the condition more than one. Okay, so if I have multiple conditions, then I'll be using some ifs. Okay, so now here I have given an example of a sales table only, so where I have 4 quarters: quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, and the products that have been sold and the teams. The same way, north 1, north 2, south 1, south 2 I have, and the sales. Now First, let's understand the function and then we will solve it. So sum ifs. So when there is multiple criterias or multiple condition, first I have to choose the sum range. So this is what I'm looking for, the total sales. So I will select this. Then my first condition, that is on quarter. Okay, I'll select the quarter, and here what is that I'm looking for? I'm looking for quarter one. So here only 3 quarter ones are there, and next condition is on team. Okay, and team, I'm telling whether it is one or two, anything. Under quarter one, how many north sales have happened? So only two. So I'll write the function is equal to sum ifs, open the parenthesis. So it is, Excel is asking to give the sum range, that is my sales. I'll select this. This is the output I wanted based on this. So what is the criteria? First criteria, so my first criteria is on quarter. Criteria or condition, both are one of the same only. So quarter one, this is my first criteria that I'm looking for. So I'm telling Excel, go and search for quarter one. Under that, search for team. In teams, I wanted only north. I'll give asterisk, close the double inverted. So I have given two conditions. So first one is quarter, second one is team. Enter. So 657 is the answer. So let's see. So in quarter one are only 3 I have. Under that I have only 2 north. So 292 plus 365. Now in the second condition, in the second sum, so first my sum range, I have chosen my sum range, that is total sales. Then my first condition, that is on, my first condition is on quarter. So I have chosen the quarter, that is from A156 to A167. And in this, irrespective of any quarter, 1, 2, 3, 4, anything, go for product. So I'll select product. Under that, search for apple. So there are 3 apple. Okay. And then search for the team. So I'll select the team. Under that I wanted north. So north under any quarter. So we'll just ignore this apple. I have apple 1, apple 2, apple 3. In this, north is first apple, second apple, third one is south. So it has to pick out the apple which are sold in north team, and I have to take the total sales of it and make the total and see. I'll write the condition is equal to sum ifs, open the parenthesis. Now my sum range is sales, comma, my first condition, that is on quarter, comma, here irrespective of anything, quarter star I am giving, close the double inverted, comma, my second criteria, that is on product, comma, in this I wanted to search for apple. I set my condition and what is the criteria that I'm looking for. Now the team. In this, I wanted to search for only north star, irrespective of 1 or 2. Okay. My first condition and what is the criteria. My second condition and what is the criteria that I'm looking for. My third condition and what is the criteria I'm looking for. Means I have applied the conditions in all the columns. So 446. So it will search for quarter irrespective of anything. Apple, there are 3, and under that 2 north team has sold apples. So it is 292 plus second apple is 154. So third apple is south. So I cannot take it for consideration. My calculation is done. So I'll give you 5 minutes of time to try this. If you wanted to apply with your own conditions also, never mind, you can try. Guys, any point you are not getting, or if you feel I am a bit faster, please do tell.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. So let's go to some other thing which is easily we can finish it. Okay, references. So let's start with reference. So what does reference means? So initially we have done with fill series where I have told in build when I am doing the fill series how it is going to fill the range, isn't it? So now based on it, when I am telling one and apply the fill series and drag it, so Excel is going to take the reference of the first cell and there is nothing sequence to be followed, so it is going to copy the number as it is. When I tell the sequence of 1 and 2, means I wanted to have the sequence of 1 2 3 4, I'll select this both, I will drag it. Now again Excel is going to take the reference of this first two cell and it understand that I should follow the sequence of 1 2 3 4 and it is going to fill the range. Okay, so whatever the thing I am telling, Excel is going to take the reference of that particular cells and going to apply. So 5 3 I give. So here, so here I'll come and I'll tell is equal to this cell minus this cell. Okay, 5 minus 3. Enter. I'll come here and I'll double click. Automatically it is telling this is the other cell's values. So if I look at the formula, so if I look at the formula, in only one place I told that it is J3 minus 43, that is 5 minus 3. When I did the fill series, what Excel did is it took the reference of the first cell. What I have told, it is subtraction. So it will take the reference and it will apply the same calculation, that is subtraction, it will apply with making the necessary changes. When it is coming to the next cell, it is automatically changing to J4 minus K4, And when it is coming to the next cell, it is applying the, it is taking the reference of subtraction, applying the necessary changes by changing the cell like J5 minus 45. So this is called as reference. Okay, it will take the reference of the first cell to apply with any calculation. Now in reference there are three types. First one is relative reference, second one is absolute reference, and third one is mixed reference. Okay, so let's see what is the relative reference is. A relative reference, cell reference in a formula is based on a relative position of the cell that contains the formula. If the position of the cell that contains the formula changes, the reference is changed. So when I'm dragging it down, it will take the reference of the second cell like that. If you copy the formula across the row and column, the reference automatically adjusts. By default, formulas use relative reference. So when I'm applying any kind of formula and going to fill the range, then it is going to take the relative reference. For example, here I'll tell, I have given an example of month, the total revenue and the expenses that has happened, and in this I wanted to check the net income. So I'll put simple calculation. I'm going to put total revenue minus expenses. I'm going to get the net income. So now for each and every cell, I'm not going to come and put this calculation again and again. So here I have some 4, 5, so I can easily put it. What if I have the range in thousands, like 10,000, 20,000, 30,000? So I cannot keep on applying these functions, formulas, or simple calculation again and again. So I'm going to apply the function for the first cell and just take my cursor to the fill option. So I'll get my fill series, double click, my calculation is done. So when I look at the formula, the same example what I gave, total revenue minus expense, it will take the reference of this first cell and it is going to apply the calculation. So generally when I am doing any calculation, Excel is going to take the relative reference. Understood? Now coming to the absolute reference, guys, any point you are not understanding or if you feel I'm fast, please do tell. Okay, so next we are coming for absolute reference. So absolute reference, here neither the column nor the row reference change. So I'm going to use F4 to lock the cell when I wanted to keep one particular cell as a constant. So here I have given an example. So there are employees who have worked overtime. Okay. So John has worked for 3 hours, Peter has worked for 4 hours, Mark has worked for 2 hours, Henry has worked for 1 hour, and followed by others. So per hour the wages is 150. Now I wanted to calculate how much should I pay for John who has worked for 3 hours, how much should I pay for Peter who has worked for 4 hours. Like this I need to calculate. Okay, so now I will put a general calculation like 3 into 150. This is a normal calculation. 3 into 150, 450. So I need to pay 450 to John. So now when I have to come to the next one, again I'm not going to do the same thing. I'm not going to type it. So what I'll do is I'll come here and I will do the fill series. Now you can see the calculation is not done properly. Why? Because when I look at the formula, the first one is proper, that is 3 into 150. When I came to the next one, see 4 into C37, my cursor has been moved down. Now when I come down again, it is 2 into gross pay. So this is not the way I wanted. Why? Because when I have to apply the calculation, it should be 3 into 150, 4 into 150, 2 into 150, 1 into 150, wherein this 150 should remain constant. And here there should be a flow. Now, how am I going to write the function then? Is equal to, so it is not a function, it is a simple calculation. I will select the hearts into 150. Now in this both, my 150 value, this particular cell should remain constant, that is C36. So this cell should remain constant. In order to make it constant, I can tell it has freeze, I can tell it has constant, I can tell it has locking the cell, anything. So I wanted to lock that cell. So I'll be using functional key F4. F4. That is from in the top row you can see from F1 to F12 you have. In that you have to go for F4. Okay. So when I press F4, enter, so you can see now it has got the value 450. Now I'll come and do fill series. So now if you see, so it is 3 into 150 coming to the next one, 4 into 150 coming to the other one, 2 into 150, wherein you can see it is remain constant. Let's look at the formula. See here. So everywhere here you can see 150 has remained constant, wherein when I'm talking about hours work, there is a flow. It is when it is coming down, it is changing the cell address. B39 becomes B40, B41, B42, B43. Wherein when I have locked the cell using F4 key. So which particular this one I have pressed means it is F4. Functional key F4 in the top row. Okay, when I press this F4, the locking system automatically gets changed. So when I press for the first time, I press F4 for first time. So the locking system changes to $C $36. So here $C means C is my column. Okay, so $C means my column is locked. Now 36 is my row. So $36 means my row is locked. Now I have locked my column and my row both. $C means my column is locked. $36 means my row is locked. Now when I press F4 second time, so my locking system it gets changed. Now it will be with C $36. That means now my column is released and my row is locked. Now again third time if I press the same F4, so my locking system again it changes $C $36. So now my column is locked. Now fourth time if I press F4 key, so the lock will be removed. It will be just it will be just C36. So I'll just show you here. So if I wanted to lock this 150 equals 150. So I'll press F4 first time $C $36. So my column and my row both are locked. Once again I'll press F4 key. So second time you can see my lock is on row. So C is released. So C $36 means here my column is released and my row is locked. Once again I'll press F4 for the third time. Here you can see my column is locked and my row is released. Now fourth time I'll press F4, the locking is released. Okay. So here my row and column both are locked. In this my column is released and row is locked. In this my column is locked and row is released. And in this, so no lock on both row and column. So I have not locked both the things. I have removed the lock. Okay, row and column. So understood with this? Guys, it is very important for you to understand about this locking system. Okay, so when I am locking both the things, this will be called as absolute reference. So when I am locking both the things, my column and row both are locked means it is absolute reference. So when here either my column or my row, any one thing is locked means it will be, one second. So when I'm locking both the things, so this is mixed reference. This is relative reference. When there is no lock, it is called as relative reference. Guys, understood with this? So this is very important thing which you people should be aware of. Okay, so the locking system is done using F4 key, that is functional key F4. So first time when I lock, my row and column both are locked, it is called as absolute reference. Second time I press F4 key, so my row is locked. Third time when I press F4 key, my column is locked. Fourth time when I press F4 key, the lock is removed, which is relative reference. So in this mixed reference, either my column or row, any one thing will be locked, and then it is called as mixed reference. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's do the next one. So now if I wanted to calculate the total marks, so I am going to use the absolute reference only. Now here I'll put, so I'll tell is equal to, so here there are set of students in one subject, they have taken this marks out of 100. Okay, now I wanted to check the percentage. So marks obtained divided by 100, enter. So it is showing in 0.85 when I wanted it in percentage. So last class only I told, so if I know that in this particular range I wanted the percentage value to appear, then I'll select the range, I'll go to home tab, and under the number group I'm going to select percentage. Now I will apply the calculation, 85 divided by 100. So enter, I'll come here and apply. It is wrong. Why? Because I have not locked this value. So equals 85 divided by 100, and I'm going to fix it using F4. Enter. Now I'll come here and double click. My calculation is done. Now the next example. So now here I have sold some items. Okay. So some snack items I have sold, the quantity, the price, and now I have calculated the total sales. Okay. So total price is equal to quantity into price, enter, I'm getting the amount. This is a total price. Now here they are asking to put the total price with GST, and here they are telling GST is 10%. So here I'll write equals 100 into 10%. Enter. I'm getting only the GST value, wherein my condition is total price with GST. So how am I going to write my function? Equals 100 into 10%. I'm going to fix it using F4. Okay. So enter. Again I'm getting only 10. So I'll write is equal to, I'll open the bracket, I'll select 100 into 10%, which I will fix it using F4, close the bracket, plus again 100, enter. Now total price with the GST is done. So there is another way I can calculate it, is equal to total price into, open the bracket, 1 plus 10%, and I'm going to fix it. So here R38 means this value 100 into 100 plus 10%. Enter. I'm going to get the answer still. Okay, so in Excel, it is not limited that for one particular scenario, you should use only one single kind of way to solve that problem. No, if you are well versed with Excel, you can try to apply it with different types of functions, different types of calculation. However, you are going to do it, Excel is so flexible that it can get the output. Now you can see here, I applied with one type of function, sorry, one type of calculation, and here again I changed my calculation style. Still I'm getting the output. Okay, so understood with this? So I'll give you 5 minutes of time to try with this. So here I have used this function, and here I have used this function. So I'll give you 5 minutes of time. Guys, understood, right? Any confusions? You able to solve it? Guys, done? Guys, are you able to solve it? Any confusions?
We are able to do, ma'am.
Okay. You guys are done. Shall we wind up the session?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So try to solve these things, and next we have mixed reference. So mixed reference. Okay, the calculation is already done. Try to understand the logic. Okay, tomorrow I'll explain you how it is done. If you are not able to get it, also fine. Tomorrow we'll solve it. So it is like an assignment. Try to solve with this mixed reference. There are two sums. Try to solve it. Okay. So this is either my row or my column. Any one thing is going to be locked. Okay. So for today, I'm going to wind up the session and try to solve with the other sums also. Try with this. If you are still having any doubts, tomorrow we'll clarify it. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, ma'am.